everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos with your daily crypto update. So let's see, yesterday we had news about Goldman Sachs, which I mentioned in yesterday's video. And today we've got news on Bank of America. So two of your biggest banks in America coming through with positive crypto news. Bank of America today revealed that they have been accumulating numerous patents on cryptocurrencies over the last year. And they just revealed today that they have a patent on privacy keys. So Goldman Sachs backed, and now Bank of America. Why are all these big banks getting involved in crypto so much if they don't plan on there ever being a use for it? If they don't plan on ever holding it for people or trading it for people, it's inevitable. 95, maybe even more percent of the people, 95% or more of the people in America still are not involved in cryptocurrencies. So we are the beginner. We are the first wave in. Right now, even if you got in last year when the prices were higher, those prices were nothing compared to what we're going to see shortly here. When it's going to happen, I don't exactly know. I'm hoping when Bakkt starts trading. I know it's supposed to get approved November 6th. They're supposed to start doing their trading December 12th. So either by as soon as November 6th or by December 12th, I would say that we're going to see this market start to zoom. I've been wrong before. I mean, even with all this good news that's been coming out on cryptos this year, you would think that the prices would be going up. But here's why they haven't. I was watching a video the other day, and I wish I could give this person credit because it was very interesting. But he lists the news on the 29th, and it was all negative from every single news organization, and it was all basically the same story. Crypto is not a good investment. It's not a safe investment, not a wise investment. And they all came out at right about the same time, at right about 8 p.m., between 7:40 and 8:20, about 10 different news organizations, from the Associated Press to Forbes to you name it. Anyone that's controlled by the elite. And as you know, and if you don't know this by now, the elite own 90% of the media. And that includes news, that includes Hollywood, although Hollywood is getting bought up by the Chinese. But anything that's propaganda related, newspaper, magazine, print, anything that's propaganda, meaning they put out one message and it gets put in 90% of everything that you see, hear, or read. And you have no choice. Well, you do have a choice, but they almost don't give you a choice but to believe it, because you hear it from so many different places. But if you look at each story closely, you'll see that they're all practically identical, with a few slight maybe changes here and there just to make it sound like it's just not a copy and paste on every single one. And I think they know that people are getting wise to that, so maybe they're giving each organization a little bit of flexibility to change some of the wording around a little bit, just so it doesn't seem like everything's just a copycat. But all this news all comes down from 5 organizations that own everything, and these are all these elites that are trying to keep us down, and by keeping us down, they want to keep crypto down. So they're waiting for the time when they're in the perfect dominating position, or they think that they can control it enough, when they're going to all come out on the same day again with the same news, but instead of the news that crypto is no good, it's going to be people should start investing in crypto. Crypto should be looked at for your investment portfolio. You should be putting at least 10 to 15% of your income that you save into cryptos. cryptos are a good investment for your 401k. You're going to see all this kind of news come out all at one time. And that's when we'll know for sure that the bear market is over and the bull market is about to take off. They're really getting everything in place now. I mean, Goldman Sachs backed, Bank of America, all these other banks that are owned by the elites are all getting their ducks in a row. They're all lining it up, and they're just ready to let the news out, and then boom, we're going to see it go. Guys, I don't know when it's going to be, but another interesting thing that I saw, it's going to be soon. I think it's going to be sooner than later, and here's why. In another video I saw, again, I wish I could give this person credit, but here I am driving. But when I do start to get, like I said, when I get at least 150 subscribers, I'm going to start doing more links and sorry guys, my storage ran out on my phone there. Like I said, I'm going to start doing more links and more screenshots and things like that for you to just to show you where this stuff is coming from. I'm not just pulling it out of thin air. But the reason I think that the bull market's going to start sooner than later is because just in October there were 5 people or 5 groups or 5 banks or 5 whatever, but big companies, entities, or really wealthy people who all invested a minimum of $10 million into Bitcoin. That was the lowest price, the lowest investor of the 5, and this is just in October. 10 million, and the highest was, I want to say 60, is either 60 or 80 million bought, 60 or 80 million of Bitcoin. That's a lot of Bitcoin to come in and buy just in October. Now, why didn't the Bitcoin price go up with all these big money people coming in? Guys, I don't know. They must just be buying on the dips. They must just be watching this market and seeing whenever it dips down, they come in and buy. But you can actually go, because good thing about cryptocurrency, it's on a blockchain. You can actually, there's a website you can go to and actually look at who the top 100 holders of Bitcoin are. And these 5 people are all in there now. You can see the date. I don't know what that was. You can see the date that they purchased, their first purchase was, and the date that their last purchase was. They're all just in October. Actually, a lot of them are just in the last 2 weeks. Why all of a sudden are they just coming in and buying millions, tens of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin? To me, that's a sign that they're getting ready to for all hell to break loose here, for this markets to go up. So all right, I got to pick my son up here. I'll see if I can add another third part to this video. Turn it off for a second here.